Hey everybody, welcome back. It is author MD New, and I am here today to share with you more tips and tricks for authors. So today I want to talk about cover art. We haven't talked about this topic before, but cover art is extremely important to your books and your potential book sales. So we're going to jump into that. But first, I invite you to please like if you haven't already and subscribe if you haven't already done so for this video and this channel. It really does help me out. Of course, it costs you nothing and means the world to me. So thank you very much for liking and subscribing. And if you find this information helpful, please share it with other fellow authors out there who you might think will find it engaging and they might appreciate the tips and tricks as well. Okay, so let's jump in to today's topic of cover arts. We have all seen covers that we love, and we've all seen covers that we hate. And somebody had to create them, and somebody had to approve them. So when it comes to cover art, there are basically there are three real ways to go about doing it. If you are traditionally published, then they will have cover artists who will create your book cover for you. You will have a chance to provide your ideas and thoughts on where you think the cover should go. You will also have the opportunity to provide feedback once you get the cover art and talk about the things that you like, that you don't like, if they can change. Typically what happens is the publisher will send you a questionnaire or something along those lines, and they'll ask you for all of kind of the details about your book that are important. You know, main characters, the genre, what you kind of, what you envision, what are some ideas that you like. They might ask you to send some covers that you really enjoy or some cover artists' work who you've really liked. But keep in mind, once they produce the cover art, they own it. It's theirs, and you are given the right to use it as long as they are publishing your book. Now, this may be different depending on how you have your contract worded, but in the publishing contracts that I've seen and that I have, the publisher owns the cover art. This doesn't mean that there isn't the option for me to, at some point in time, buy the cover art and then I own the cover art, but at first they typically own the cover art. Also, keep in mind, the publisher, the publishing house, they have the final say on what the cover of your book is. Unless, again, your contract says different, but in most cases, they have a look, they have a style, they have a way that they do their covers that they want all their covers to match that you might not have any idea about, but they have it, and typically they get the final say on what your cover looks like. That's all if you are in a publishing house, right? Now, you can, and if you choose, if you are self-published, this gives you a lot of flexibility, but the cost is yours. So keep that in mind. Cover art can cost anywhere from $50 on up. I've seen some covers that have costed in the realms of thousands of dollars. Yeah, it can be pretty expensive. Just keep that in mind. But what's nice is within that cost range, there's a bunch of different options. You can pick a book cover that's been pre-made, that basically they just have to drop the title of the book and your author name in it. They have it all formatted for you. It's all right there. It's done. You're good to go. You buy it. It's yours. They can also, now that is, that's if you just kind of go, it's like a little shopping cart. You click on, oh, I like this cover, and you buy them. They send you the files, and it's yours. The other one is if you know somebody or if you want to hire somebody, hire a graphic designer or an artist to create a cover. And that's all, that one will be all yours, right? You own it outright, you buy it, it's yours. Typically, you have to credit the author. let's try this again. You have to credit the artist who created it. And that's usually within the book pages at the very beginning. It'll say cover art by so and so, right? So that's one of the things that you can do as well, especially if you're self-publishing. Then you don't really have to worry about getting anybody else's approval because it's all you. You make those decisions, but you have to flip that bill. If you have the talent and are good with color and art and all that, and you know how to do graphic designs, you can create your own cover. I've seen some beautifully created covers by not only talented authors, but incredibly talented artists as well. I don't know how they lucked out and got both, but they have. And you can save bunches of money. And if you do it yourself, you create this beautiful, one-of-a-kind piece of art that is now your book cover. That's phenomenal. And again, it's a great way to save money. But again, the payoff or the trade-off there is your time, right? So, not only did you write the book, but you had to spend 5 hours, I'm just guessing, to create the cover art. Not that there's anything wrong with that, especially if you like to do it and you want to be in control of it. So yeah, kind of keep those two in mind. Those are really kind of the big options when it comes to creating cover art for your for your self-published book. Now, a bonus tip when it comes to cover art, and I kind of hinted at this a little bit, but you can Google the best cover art for your genre and find several covers that are well known and typically have won some kind of award or have some kind of recognition. This will give you an idea of what type of cover you should have or create. And publishers will often, it was part of that whole thing that I said earlier, publishers will often ask you to send them a couple of ideas of covers that you really like, so that they can kind of look at it and go, oh yeah, okay, that would work or that wouldn't work or whatever. So that's my little bonus tip. So you just type in Google, best cover art for sci-fi books, right? And you'll get all these images. And now with the advent of this whole AI thing, who knows, you might be able to just download that software and type into the AI, cover art, sci-fi, done in this style with these colors, whatever, and the AI might create it for you. And I've seen some pretty impressive AI stuff. Personally, I think we should support local artists and other creative sorts versus using an AI. I just don't think it kind of is the same thing. But, hey, do what you got to do. The other thing is, and this, of course, is the last thing, but it's really important, is whatever you do, and whether you are a self or traditionally published author, ensure your cover is the best it can be. Despite what people may say, we all judge books by their covers, and you want your cover to stand out above all the others. There's just no way around it. You might have the best book in the world, but if it's got a lousy looking cover, it's not going to go anywhere, and nobody wants that to happen. So, I've been author MD New, and this has been my writing tips and tricks for authors as we talked about cover art today. So thank you very much. Also, if you want to check out the covers on my books, I'm actually really proud of all the covers that have been created for my books. I really like them. I think that all the cover artists did a great job. You may not like them, but that's fine. Anyway, so, feel free to check those out and just take a look for the cover art and kind of see how they were done. All my books have been traditionally published except for the anthologies that I'm part of. So those were books that were created for me by the publishing houses, in-house cover artists. So hopefully they're professional and you guys like them, right? But anyways, guys, I've been author MD New. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. This has been my writing tips and tricks for authors. Remember, if you haven't already done so, please like and maybe share this video with somebody who is contemplating getting their book published and needs some cover art so they know what to expect. Or, share it with other author friends. Anyways, guys, please also subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and we will talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.